Hello and welcome to the next video of my MSI 2024 preview series where we're going to cover Estral Esports, the representatives from Latin America. Last year at MSI, Latin America actually came out with an upset win over GAM Esports. Rainbow 7 did quite well. The prior 2 years, the Latin American contingents at MSI finished tied for last. They are one of the more lower tier minor regions, if you will. They you know, leave a little bit to be desired on the table, I'm sure, for Latin American fans. This organization has never been to an international event prior to this one, so there's nothing to go off of for there. 3 of their 5 members have been to an international event before. This team has all 5 Latin American players. I think that's also something to think about, as they did beat a squad that had Summit, yes, Summit, that played in the LCK, LPL, and LCS, as well as Lava, who's played in the LCK and CB LUL, and this team beat them. So, Summit, kind of funny that Summit said all that stuff about APA and his champion pool, but APA is actually at this event, and Summit couldn't beat, couldn't win Latin America. So, not to talk down about Latin America, but I think we all understand what I'm trying to say here when I mention this. So, Zothvi in top lane, 21 years old. 4.2 KDA, 8.2 CS per minute, 53.5 KP. 1.34 damage divided by gold, about 21% of the gold, 22% of the damage. At 15 minutes, he's pretty much even, down 100 gold, but up 2 CS, 140 XP. 14 solo kills and 14 champions played in 37 games. This team was disgusting, going 32-5 across the regular season and playoffs, and I believe they play best of 3. So that just goes to show you this team does not take games off, and you're going to find that KDA he has of 4.2 is abnormally low for this team. They are excellent, but when I think of a 5-man Latin American squad, it reminds me of the Istanbul Wildcats of the Turkish League and Chief Esports Club of Oceania, where they would beat teams with imports, but then go to international events and lay an egg. So hopefully they do not do that. There's one player in particular on this team that I think will be very, very good at this tournament. So top lane, Rumble, Aatrox, Renekton is 3 most played. Never watched him play. I don't hide the fact that I don't watch minor regions. This is 100% based off of stats. Unless, of course, we've seen them before. Jose Deodo is somebody we've seen before, formerly of FlyQuest in the LCS. He did have a little stint in North America before going back to Latin America, and it's unfortunate because I think he is definitely an upper half LCS and LEC jungler. I think immediately you could insert him into the Vitality lineup that just lost today, and I honestly think that they win just because Jose Deodo is that freaking good. So does that mean he's MVP? No, but that means he's that much better than Douglas. And to be quite honest, not to say anything about Douglas, but he's also better than Marcoon. He's better than Isma. He's better than the way Bo has been playing. And then the LCS, he's better than everybody but Blabber and Inspired off the rip. And he's just as good as River, probably. Slightly better even, maybe. Excellent player. And domestically, he had a 9.4 KDA, 5.9 CS per minute, 72 KP. I don't know if you're going to find a jungler with a 9 KDA in any Worlds qualifying region going to this event. That's insane. Doesn't die, is involved. 0.88 damage divided by gold. He's not necessarily dealing the damage. He's more so taking it, if you will. 18.2 gold share, 12 damage share. Like I said, not a damage dealer. This year at least. But up 200 gold, 6 CS, and nearly 200 XP at 15 minutes. He finds a way to get leads, hence the farm being at nearly 6. But he plays facilitators. He played Vi Lee Sin Sejuani the most, had 2 solo kills, and 13 champions played. He's an excellent player. He is world class. Without a doubt, Jose Deodo is world class. It's a shame that he is not in a major region. It really is. Internationally, he had one run at Worlds 2020 and play-ins where he made his name. 2.5 was the record. 2.6 KDA, 6 CS per minute, sub 70 KP, 1 damage divided by gold roughly. On average, against international competition, he was up over 100 gold, 8 CS, over 620 XP, had 5 solo kills in 7 games. That's where he made the case, hey, I deserve a spot, and that's when he was picked up and joined the LCS. In mid lane, we have Cody, age unknown, not listed on Leaguepedia. 7.8 KDA, 8.9 CS per minute, 66 6 KP. So 2 out of every 3 kills. Doesn't die much. Is the leader in damage divided by gold on this team at 1.65. He is the most efficient player on the squad. 22.6 gold share, 28.7 damage share. He is the 1B carry on the team. On average, up 335 gold, 6 CS, 55 XP. Domestically, had 9 solo kills and a wide champion pool of 16 and 37. Azir and Corki are the only 2 champions he played more than 3 times. Talia was the best of the ones that he played 3 games in, a lot of them being 100% win rate because the team only lost 5 games. And also, I mean, he had like a 15 KDA on Talia. A 14 on Yone, though, and that was 4th best. Internationally, he went to both MSI and Worlds with Infinity in 2021 and struggled. That moment was, he was out of his league. 1-9 in those games, 0.8 KDA, 7.2 CS per minute, and 51 KP. So he wasn't involved in kills, and he wasn't getting farm at all. 1.33 damage divided by gold, on average down over 900 gold, 20 CS, and 565 XP. Had 2 solo kills in those 10 games. We'll see if he can do better than that. I imagine he will by simply arriving at the event and not dying constantly. But by the way, like I said about the PSG video with Betty, I don't know how old Cody was. He could have been like 17 years old, and it was too much for him. Snaker, 22 years old, 7.2 KDA, 73.9 KPA, 1.45 damage divided by gold, played 11 champions. Kalista, Varus, Senna, his 3 most played. We're going to go over him and Ackerman's stats and then combine them for the laning portion because they played more Senna than anybody else. So he has no international experience. Ackerman, at 21 years old, had a 9.1 KDA and 80 KP. Very involved. 4 out of every 5 kills for the support. And over a 9 KDA is pretty damn strong. This team was dominant, and it's not... it's no secret. You look at the stats and you say, oh, well, yeah, they lost 5 games. I can see why they only lost 5. 1.03 damage divided by gold. So he is... More so, he fit into the meta this past year, this past split. I've said that a few times throughout these videos, messed that up. But, you know, that he's aggressive. He does deal damage. He's not playing passively and more of a facilitator, traditional support mindset. No solo kills, 14 champions of 37 games. Nautilus, Senna, and Rel is 3 most played. This bot lane really relied on Senna a lot, and Senna was nerfed in 14.6. So we'll see, and we've seen it drop in Prio already, and I will have my 14.6 video out next week after playoffs are all done and things of that nature to utilize the statistics better. But that's something to think about as you go into this event. Combined had a 10.3 CS per minute, so that's good, above 10 CS per minute. 38.3% of the gold, 37.6% of the damage, so almost a wash. They are dealing damage relative to the gold they are receiving. It is hard when your mid laner is being so efficient in the damage divided by gold department for the bot lane to kind of make that up. What else do we have here? On average, up 855 gold. That's a lot, right? 850 gold combined for the bot lane ahead of Latin American bot lanes. There are imports in that region as well. 5 CS, 630 XP, Vision numbers not as strong as PSG's that I just did. 4.73 vision score per minute combined. Plays about 2.1 words every 10 minutes. 3 control words every 5 minutes, and clear about 4 words every 5 minutes. So we'll see how this team does. The average age is 22 years old. Snook is the coach. He has no international experience. So last year they set a high bar. I mean, they upset Vietnam, and there was something to be said about Vietnam coming into that event very unprepared, not due to themselves, but because of the circumstances with their visas. And this year they may be unprepared as well due to the whole scandal of match fixing and all that's going on. So we'll see what happens with that. But maybe they beat them again. Maybe they don't. Latin America has been one of those teams that goes to the event and kind of flounders towards the bottom, as we see by the last 3 years' results. So, showing up and being competitive is already better than expectations. So that's kind of how we're going to view Estral going into this one. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.